showing up in the movie, or at least in person, is because Sydney isn't in the movie. And in my head, I'm thinking that if Paramount wanted to bring back a character like Stu Macher, which of course was one of the original killers, they would save that for when they have a lot of the OG characters back. And obviously the only OG character we know is going to be in Scream 6 is Gale Weathers. So I doubt they would bring him in with only her. But they would possibly bring him back if they had both Gale Weathers and Sydney back. The two girls who happen to be the same girls who stopped him way back in the first movie. But also, I did say that just because he's not in the movie doesn't mean he doesn't have some part in it. And that's where my theory comes in. So, I'm sure a lot of you have probably also seen quite a few of the leaked images that have been leaked for the film. And quite a few of them have been revolving around some kind of museum. And it happens to be a museum that's basically showing off all the masks and basically ghost face costumes of all the past killers in all 5 Scream movies that have come before this one. And we also recently had another image, which you should be able to see now, of a ghost face killer in some kind of hardware store holding a shotgun, and he also has a very peculiar looking mask, because it seems to be an old kind of aged mask. And I believe that this specific ghost face might actually be Stu Macher. And because it's said that the killers of this movie are going to break into that killer museum and steal all the costumes and masks, I believe that Stu, the ringleader of this so-called cult, would of course want his original mask and costume back, which is why this mask seems to be so aged and just a little bit beaten up, because it's obviously going to be the oldest one in the museum, because it's the original. Basically, my theory is that, yes, maybe 1 or 2 of the Ghostface killers will be unmasked and will reveal their identities by the end of the film. But because there are going to be multiple Ghostface killers, and they'll most likely be showing up in different versions of the killer, that meaning different masks, I do believe that this will be the one scene in the movie where we see a Ghostface wearing the original mask, but obviously he'll get away. So that kind of means to me that whoever this killer is still out there. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we possibly even had an after credit scene in the movie and it showed like someone picking up this original mask or something and putting it on. And obviously it would stand out because it obviously looks different from the rest. It's beaten up and it's aged and all that. So you would be able to tell which mask it was. And that to me could be a possible setup for the next movie. So yes, I do believe that there will be some kind of cult in Scream 6, but I don't